Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to my channel, Tell It Like It Is. Today is January 4th. Let's start our third episode. In today's episode, I want to talk about what is freedom is about, or to narrow it down, I would want to only an aspect of the freedom is that what the freedom taste is. Do you know? Do you really know what freedom is? The reason I'm asking is that um, say if you love some kind of food, say if you say if I'm talking to an Italian and I want to impress him, I want to bring shorten our distance. So we talk about each other's food and I say, oh, I love lasagna, but in fact. I was never actually had a lasagna before, and if I say that, that is quite disingenuous. Only for the sake of closing the distance. And by doing so, maybe impress the Italian that you talk to. But if he asks, oh, how did you cook it? How did you how do you feel about the taste? And you're like, I don't know. I only watched Garfield. That would be a laugh. So So what does that means? That means that if a Chinese approach you and or maybe if they're chanting on the street, it's like free China from the Yangtze River to the Yellow Sea. Don't believe him because chances very high that he doesn't even know uh, what that means, what freedom means, if they actually come from China. However, if there are Americans that they're chanting in front of for the sake of our Chinese people, and saying free China, and you have to ask yourself then, do you really know Chinese? Do you really know what's happening in China? Is freedom really an option that you can ask, or does the people in China really know what freedom is? So to make your slogan meaningful, you know what I mean? Um, let me give you an example. What Chinese who doesn't actually know what freedom is came to United States and what his experience is, and I'm taking that myself uh, experience as an example here. I came into United States in 1998. At the time, when I settled down in Cincinnati, Ohio, with my roommate, we naturally, we want to have a phone line established ASAP so we can call home. So we rode the bus to Cincinnati Bell, and we talked to the clerk, expressed what we want, and she asked a question that I couldn't forget for the rest of my life. At the time, she asked, "Okay, what company you want to choose from?" And my roommate and I looked at each other like, we're like, what? Can choose one? Because, at that time in China, there's only one company who can do long distance, which is China Telecom. And I don't know, maybe even true for today, even more so for today, maybe, because it's for quite a long time is a monopoly in China, for long distance phone calls. So it was never occurred to us, we could actually choose which company to serve us. So we're like, we don't even know what to do, how to answer this question. So yeah, in the end, the clerk handed us a piece of paper which has hundreds, literally hundreds of company who can offer our long distance service for us to choose from. And we really don't know how to choose it, to be honest with you. And funny is that on our way to Cincinnati Bell on the bus, LCI made a advertise on that bus. So LCI it is, uh, which is a mistake, which was a mistake because our first long distance phone bill is exceed 200 is almost like 200. I think it's like 290 something dollars. At that time, my roommates and I's, combined the rent is just over $300. So that's quite a shock to us. So what's the moral of this story? Is that the story is that if you never know what freedom is, what actually freedom means to you, freedom is actually a burden to you because um, somebody used to chose that for you, so you don't have to do the truth, the action of choose. So just like Neo, lived in the matrix for so long that their muscle don't know how to move. You know what I mean? So when people, if you see some Chinese chanting in, U.S. street, especially if they're making a demonstration, chanting "Free China," you have to ask that question: do they really know what the freedom is? Do they really know what they're asking? Are they actually doing so just to gain some, picture or video so that they can claim assailant, later on in the immigration court? Uh, that's the thing. Another thing is that if it is fellow Americans that they take sympathy about Chinese people in China and want to help us to uh, to implant freedom in China, then you have to ask yourself another question: is that do you really know China? Do you know if doing so is the correct way actually to help us? Uh, because I think it is also important for me actually to introduce you to understand China as well and the Chinese as well, which I will open another series later on. So today's episode, I just want to take this opportunity to raise this question to you. When you trying to, it's not just for China. I think this is probably applied to many other places in the whole world too. Maybe like American did in Iraq or Afghanistan. You want democracy, you want the freedom over there, but in the end, it didn't. It didn't happen. No, I shouldn't say it didn't happen. It didn't actually succeed. However, when after World War II, when the Allies stationed in Japan and in Germany, and you guys do succeed in establish a freedom society and a democracy system in that country. So um, I hope that I can shed some light from my perspective that what went wrong and what might be a viable approach to that dilemma. So thank you for tuning in today, and let's keep this conversation going. Thank you.